Welcome Wargamers, this is Sam from Wargamer Online and we've got another tutorial today. We are working on our skin tone series once more. This time it is our rotten tone. So we're covering our model in Deathworld Forest. This is quite possibly the best green you could ever actually get, in my opinion at least. I absolutely love this colour. So we've gone over all of the flesh already. It's dead simple. Once you've done that, we're going to be using Athonian Camo shade and we're going to darken this down with that shade. Let that fully dry and we're going to pick out all of the Deathworld Forest skin tone areas again and be very careful not to paint into the recesses. It's got loads of different like spots and warts all over this model, so it's quite a nice one to paint. So just don't paint in the recesses and you'll definitely be absolutely fine on this. Next highlight is Elysium Green, and with this you just want to kind of pick out some of the raised areas but paint a bit of texture onto it as well. So I use a very thin brush. I'm thinning my paint quite a bit as well, and I'm just going to go over all of the raised areas of the flesh here and be careful to leave some of the previous colour on there as well. Once that's fully dry, the final highlight that I actually do on this is Ogre Camo. So it's quite a straightforward colour scheme. You've only got 3 paints, is it? Yeah, 3 paints and a wash. So really straightforward skin tone, but you can build up the texture with these colours and make it look really nice. And I'm going to add a couple of washes to this afterwards just to give it a nice rotten skin tone, which is what we're after. So you paint the skin as normal, and the way to make it look a little bit rotten and bruised and nasty is the next step, which is adding washes to the model. So there is a full tutorial on painting this in detail. That's on the premium part of the website. Just head on over to wargameronline.com and it's $2.99 for the premium membership per month, and that gives you access to everything, so you can see a bit more in depth of how this was painted. So onto the actual tinting of the skin. We're using Druchii Violet, which is a nice purple from Games Workshop, and we're mixing that with Lahmian Medium, 3 parts medium to 1 part wash. And what this does is makes a very thin wash which you can pool all over the model. It doesn't leave nasty watermarks, but it will just tint the skin tone to whichever colour you want. And in this case it's a nice dark purple. And I'm mainly focusing this around the edges of all of the sores and breaks in his skin. So he's got this massive mouth on his stomach. So I'm just making sure that I paint it all nice and purple there and make it look bruised as it should be looking for a Nurgle character or a Nurgle model. This is a Blight King from Games Workshop, and it's an absolutely fantastic miniature to work on because of the amount of detail that is on it. So it's an absolute joy to paint, and I definitely recommend picking some of these up. Another option to do rotten skin as well is not necessarily painting it green to begin with. You could paint a cream like Rakarth Flesh and then go over it with these washes to make it bruised as well. So I think the main thing to take from this is you can make rotten skin from whichever tone you want. Just make sure you add these washes on top of it, and they're really easy to do. The next one and the last one I'm going to do here, you can see how that purple has tinted the green already. I'm just going to use Carroburg Crimson with the Lahmian Medium again. Same mix, 3 parts medium to 1 part wash. And I'm going over some of the pores and the spots and all of the breaks in his skin one more time, but I'm making sure that I leave a little bit of the purple that was there before, and I'm just kind of randomly placing this in some areas so that it doesn't look too uniformed. So it's really nice, easy effect to do. If you were painting any sort of Nurgle or any sort of disgusting demon type creatures, you could just cover it in a skin tone and then put these washes over the top of it, and it looks fantastic with absolutely minimal work. You can see I'm not being very neat, I'm just chucking the wash wherever it needs to go. So if you're not too confident with being as neat with your models, try using washes because they're incredible. So hopefully this helps a little bit. You've got a bit better idea on how to paint bruised skin. Even if somebody's just got a black eye, you can use this for the same effect around the eye or a nose or a cheek, wherever they've got a bruise. And use it on some of your future models. If you're not on the Facebook group, head on over to Wargamer Online Community. Just type that into the search bar at the top of Facebook and you can join our group. And if you've done any of your models using this technique, post it up on there because I'd love to see if anybody has actually used this and put it into practice. But thank you for watching. Give us a like, subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and leave us a comment down below. And I'm just going to leave you with a final spinny video of this miniature when it was completely finished. Like I say, the premium video is available to show you how I did the rest of this. But the main thing to take away from this is this nasty, rotten skin. Beautiful. Thank you for watching.